Hello, cats and kittens. We are live. Welcome to the stream, Calvin. Nice to see you. So, tonight we're going to have a lot of fun. Um, JJ's going to be 10 minutes late because he's got a work call that he's doing. So, we'll just have to wait and see what's going on there. But he'll be with us shortly. Hey, George, how you doing? Nice to see you, buddy. Yeah, tonight's going to be fun. We're going to get some music going, talking about music. We're going to have some uh, Disney movie shown. Hey, Miss You, how you doing? Nice to see you again. Uh, so JJ's gonna show some Disney films on VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and Laserdisc. So that should be a lot of fun. So yeah, so he'll be here 10 minutes late because he's got a work call going on there, but we shall soldier on and have a good time. So I'm gonna have to keep this one under 2 hours because Pilmer's on tonight, so I don't want to conflict with his stream because I got to jump in there after and do my little Miss Piggy bit after. So everything should go as planned, hopefully. And Sadie's running around the house looking for more food. She's always hungry, this damn dog, but we love her. She's a sweetheart. So I hope you all had a good day today, and I was able to get Sadie out twice today because it stopped raining for a bit. It was just a bit of drizzle, but now it's really windy out. I took her out. She had a pee. I turned around and said, "It's too windy, Sadie. We're not going to go. We won't make it up the street." So when it's too windy like that, I said, "Okay, that's it. We're going home." Because especially with my asthma, and I can't breathe after a while, so because I don't use a pump thing, so I said, nope, I got to do it live, and I'm not going to be huffing and puffing. Woo woo, Miss Piggy at Pilmer's. Yep, you got it, Miss You. Miss Piggy will be there, and we shall have a good time. Yeah. Yeah. So I hope you all had a really amazing afternoon today. For a while there, when I was out there when it was raining, it looked like it was going to clear up, but unfortunately it didn't. It's supposed to have some more rain tomorrow, um, so I don't know. But anyhow, because I love taking Sadie for our morning walks. It's beautiful in the morning when it's quiet and you hear the birds chirping in the trees, you hear the woodpeckers chopping at the wood on the trees and stuff like that. The morning dove that goes hoo 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 or something like that. It sounds like an owl, but it's actually a dove. I didn't know that for a while. Oh, we got JJ. Here he is. Hey hey.
Hey,
How you
James.
doing? This is the first time you knew to come up on your own.
I did.
Yeah, yesterday you hesitated a little bit. But you're here. And I watched some of your videos just before while I was eating dinner.
Good. What'd you think?
Yeah, I like those soundtrack, the cheesy soundtracks. Hey, DJ Trish, how you doing?
Hey, George. How's it going? Miss you.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to keep this um, stream under 2 hours tonight because I forgot that Pilmer goes live 8 o'clock my time.
Yeah, and my daughter's coming over to just do something too, so that works for me as well.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. At least you're here to help out. And you know what? I think going 6 o'clock every night like this is good. But on the weekends, do you want to? Are you able to do on the weekends a 3 o'clock show or something?
I should. Yeah, I should be able to. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I think on a Saturday and Sunday I'll do 3 o'clock, and every other day I'll do a night show like this
Okay.
because this seems to work, and I get more people at night.
Like I said, I mean, we can talk about offline. Is that I mean, I can't do this every day just because of my life with work and
Yeah, yeah.
family and stuff. But
But I'm
I'll
definitely
do as
keeping
much
you
as
as
I
a
can.
wingman because you're working up. You're just the person I want because you've got the right charisma and you know how to act on screen and be funny and show stuff. And so I'm
Thank
glad
you.
I chose you. Hey, DJ Trish, how you doing? Hello, Christopher.
Let's just
How are you?
let's just get out of the way. I had a shaving accident, so
Uh-oh.
face is what the face is. That would just tell everyone I was trying out for Rocky Four. Got
Ah.
pulverized in the face.
Well, before anybody else gets up here, I gotta just tell you something in the private chat.
Sure.
Just don't say anything.
So it's good to see everyone, Chris, and miss you. Yeah, I should make it a better story, miss you. I should make it like, I fell while trying to save somebody or something, I guess. But it is what it is. It happens. So the best of men, I guess. So what are people up to tonight? I bet everyone's excited about Pilmer. Hey, DJ Trish. I'm jealous of DJ Trish because she can go get herself a nice slice of New York style pizza whenever she wants. I miss that so much.
Oh,
You
style pizza, yum yum.
I'd love to see a video, Trish, to make a video where she does the double slice pizza and folds it like on Saturday Night Fever, when the way John Travolta ate it in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, when he was dancing down the street there. Did you read the private chat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was a little upset about that this morning, but I'm having good vibes. I'm not going to let it get to me. He's just saying words. He can't do anything. Yes, it hurts, but he can't do anything to me here on YouTube, because if he ever does, we're going to get him.
Well, Trish, if I get tetanus, I guess the razor will.
Oh, I just saw Spock behind me.
You know what that made me think of, James, of the shaving accident? Remember an airplane?
Yeah.
When the plane's landing and the guy's in there shaving?
Yeah, that was funny. Remember,
hey, Patrick.
Remember the guy, the girl that was sick in the bed on airplane, and the nuns there. There's only one river, and then her thing comes out of her thing. She's like,
yeah.
I laughed so hard.
That movie is actually was made by the guys who went to my high school, the Zucker brothers.
Yeah.
It was cool because he actually sat next to my stepmom.
Oh, everything's okay, miss you. Let's just say Jerry's been fucking around again, Patrick.
Patrick's gonna send we get Patrick and Randy to send the dogs out on him.
Yeah. Who let the dogs out? Who? Patrick, that stream you did the other night was off the hook, man. Great songs, and everybody's still talking about that Barney video.
Yeah. That Barney.
I mean, whoever edited that thing was just fantastic.
Yeah.
And I played it on my stream yesterday, and I didn't even get a copyright claim for it.
Well, that's good.
I was actually able to play the whole thing because Miss Hughes said, "Keep it going, keep playing the whole thing," and it was really cool. I know. It really looks like they were actually mouthing the words and everything.
Right.
Yeah. So how was work today, JJ?
I was quite busy. Yeah, that's all I got to say. Everybody want one of those days when everybody wants something, and then you had a call that went longer, so that's why I'm a bit late. But I'm here.
Okay. You're here. Yep, we're all here. That reminds me when you said everybody wants something. Everybody wants something, they'll never give up. Everybody wants something, they'll take your money and never give up. Degrassi, the Zit Remedy, Joey Jeremiah, and Snake, and Wheels. Remember that?
Yeah. I was so glad when my kids were born and when they were growing up that Barney was being kind of phased out by that time. So I didn't have to be tortured with Barney. However, I do remember being tortured with Dora the Explorer. Actually, it was cute. My kids went as Boots and Dora one year for Halloween, and the other one. I'm trying to think the other one. Wonder Pets. Wonder Pets. That was a big thing. My kids just loved the Wonder Pets. They would play Wonder Pets all the time.
I want to Trampled by Turtles LP. Do you, Calvin? Oh my God, I
I
had
want
to sit.
$1,000,000 too, but I guess we can't get everything, right, James?
No, I had to sit through Dora the Explorer with my best friend Claudio's two young girls
Mm-hmm.
because they had to stay with him at the salon while he was cutting hair. He says, "James, can you come look after the girls?" I'm like, "Sure." So I had to sit there with them, and I had to suffer through Dora the Explorer. It's like, oh my God. And I'm looking at Claudio and he's laughing and I'm like kind of mouthing the words, fuck you. Why you put me through this shit? And then later he was in the back office and he says, "Come with me, James." He said, "You're pissed off at me, aren't you?" I said, "I don't want to see another fucking Dora video. Please don't torture me." He says, "James, I'm having you over Thursday night. I'm gonna give you all the beer you want. Will that suffice?" I'm like, "Hell yeah." I said, "Just get me drunk and we'll forget this even happened." But the girls are good with me, so I didn't mind.
Cool, Chris. You
And
bought 2 albums. What'd you buy?
what'd you get?
Yeah,
Let us know in the comments below.
my cousin, who's significantly younger than me, he was huge into Pokemon. It was cool because my mom could go to Hawaii and get the Japanese import Pokemon cards for him. And I
Oh
remember
wow.
he liked that a lot because they would get them from Japan over there a lot. And it was actually cool. My mom was friends with native Hawaiians. And the funniest thing, James, is when they came to Wisconsin and they saw snow for the first time. It was like, they're just touching it and put their face in it. And then
Oh,
they went sledding. And the one kid, because they surf all the time in Hawaii, he just hopped on a snowboard like it was nothing. Just got on it
oh
and
my
just started
God.
going down, and it was like second nature to him. It was
That is
fun.
so cool.
Yeah, I had to like lend them like a whole bunch of my clothes, and they were wearing everyone's stuff because they live in Hawaii. They don't have no need for winter jackets, winter clothes, or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
One
Give me a
second.
second. I gotta put the blinds down. Okay, I'm back. Blinds are down. We're all good to go. Uh, can soon over Baluma OG in the latest Ashugana. Oh, that's the albums he got. Okay. That's the albums he got.
Yeah, James, I'm sorry. That was my daughter on the phone. She was coming. She's now coming over earlier than what I had originally intended, but
Uh,
hopefully she won't be too long, and I'll be able to come back.
yeah.
Sorry
Well,
about that.
do you want to put the link out? Because I think Sean wanted to come up tonight. You
Oh,
want to
sure.
come up, Sean Spins? Because he said he wanted to come up last night. You're welcome to come up and join us. Oh, and he did the graphic for me for the drive-in thing. It looks really cool. It's got Annette and Frankie Avalon and everything, little tickets, candy, admit one, and everything. It
Cool.
looks really cool. I really like it a lot. Oh man, I missed Degrassi. That was a great show.
Yeah, Kevin Smith was kind of reviving that show for a while.
Yeah, the newer ones were pretty cool too, but the originals with Joey Jeremiah and Stephanie K and Snake and Wheels and Caitlin, that was the best one
Hmm.
to me, in my eyes. So yeah, Mason was saying to me last night before you came on here. He says, "James, I wish I could be a wingman." I said, "You will be for someone." He said, "Why didn't you choose me?" I said, "You'd be good, but I don't know. JJ's has got more charisma. He's just got what I want in a wingman. He knows how to entertain the people. So
Thank you.
that's why you got the job."
I appreciate it, James. Thank you very much.
So you want to show your Disney films?
Yeah, I don't have a ton because a lot of my Disney films in physical media were kind of killed by my kids growing, because they would play with them and scratch them, and I mean, and
Yeah.
yeah, some were worth money, but they got killed. But I did manage to grab a few for the stream here. The
Oh,
first one
cool.
I will show is
All right, make yourself big.
I got the Shaggy Dog, both the
That's a
original
classic.
and the color version of the Shaggy Dog. I love this film is what to me timeless in the way it the comedy in it and everything. I find it to be really funny. I got this from the Disney Movie Club. Next one I have is the Swiss Family Robinson. You can go and get this on DVD. This one I always found this fascinating when I was little about how, you know, all the stuff and the way their house was on the island and how they created. I know it's not real. I know it's whatever, but
That's one movie I have not seen yet.
oh, I believe it's on Disney Plus. I got this one from the Disney Movie Club, but I believe it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it is.
The next one I have is The Black Hole, which I showed this. I had the soundtrack as well.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a fun action film. I think as far as like science fiction, it can move a little bit slow at times, but the robots and everything and in it are pretty fun to see.
Mm-hmm.
Then of course, this is kind of a Disney combo film. I have this one. I have Who Framed Roger Rabbit in 4K.
I love that movie. Best line in there from Jessica Rabbit. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Exactly. It's also really cool in 4K how I think in the 4K version how they improved the coloring and everything on the video itself.
Hold on, I just got to close to my mom's bedroom door. I just got to close the door.
And also to show Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I also have Who Framed Roger Rabbit on CAV in Laserdisc as well. This one does capture it. It was probably one of the best versions of that one out at the time.
Wow.
And at the bottom here, then again with the Laserdisc, I just love how big the artwork is. Because you compare it to a smaller one, it's still nice to have that big artwork. So I dug this one up.
Yeah.
And then
I like that.
Those are some of the Disney ones I have, James. I mean, I do have, and I can go through them kind of quickly. I mean, of course, I have the Marvel movies on 4K.
Iron Man, yeah.
Iron Man, and these I have all of them, but I just grabbed a few to show.
Well, we got Sean. Bring him up.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, Sean. Let me pull you back there.
I didn't want to disturb you, JJ. Keep going.
No, it's okay. I was going to show just a few more of my Marvels because that's really all I have for physical media here to show for Disney.
Hey, George. Yeah, he does. That's why I chose JJ. It was a toss-up between JJ and this gentleman underneath him.
And I'm hoping he can, Sean, I'm hoping you can help me out here because, like I was just saying before, my daughter's stopping over. I got to take care of something with her and go away. That'd be great to help fill in. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, if you could do that.
$10 or $12? $10?
Sure. I'll buy you a soft pretzel and a tasty cake at your next mowing drive-in experience.
I actually do not eat tasty cakes.
You don't eat tasty cakes?
No.
Oh.
There's a ton of them here. They'll have a whole end cap, and they're sold everywhere. And
wow.
I've told this story before. See, my dad was from York, and then we lived in Milwaukee, and we would drive. One of the worst times I remember, he was so mad at me one time was in the back seat in the car we were in. He put his Utz potato chips back there, and his tasty cakes, and it's an 18-19 hour drive between those two cities, and I ate most of them, and he was so angry at me when we got to Milwaukee, and because because getting those, you have to get those shipped from grandma or whatever.
Oh, I got him.
We lost James. He muted himself. JJ, is there a huge difference you find between the Laserdisc and the DVD of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, not necessarily the Blu-ray?
Yeah.
I think when the resolution is at the correct resolution, I do find the Laserdisc to be a little bit better on this, kind of like the VHS, because the way they did the color matting for Roger Rabbit, it is a harder film because they didn't do it like purely with computer
Mhm.
animation. They did it with, stop start motion, and they did it with, kind of like, masking using blue screen and that kind of thing. So it does kind of show the fading a bit. So I do find the Laserdisc to be a bit clearer than the original DVD that came out. The coloring wasn't that good, I thought.
And the special effects on Christopher Lloyd when the eyes come out,
Yeah.
that was really cool in that movie.
I thought it was all cell animation on that one. I didn't realize there's blue screen in that. You're saying some blue screen in that?
Yeah, because like the scene when he's like in the car was like a spring car, and it was like this like they show it in the making. It was like a model, and then they kind of drew over that with Benny the cab.
Yeah, I love Benny the cab.
You're actually sitting in the cab. That's kind of how they did it. So.
And when he goes to that bar there, and he says to the guy, "Walt sent me." Uh-oh.
It was nice seeing your copy of Clerks yesterday too. I remember that was like big on Laserdisc because it had it was like probably one of the first with commentary, and that was one of the big things about Laserdisc, like commentary. And Kevin Smith was like such a big fan of Laserdisc, like he didn't want to stop and get any other format. He believed that was like the end all of formats.
Right. Well, because one is you had the extra at the time, a VHS, the picture, there was a crease in the tape, you would see all that, it just showed all the, all the imperfections. Whereas Laserdisc, even though, it was, straight lines and everything, and the resolution is nowhere near what DVD is today because they've improved it. But for the time, if you go to, into like 1990, Laserdisc was supreme and it looked great.
Yeah, I still think that some Laserdisc, what was put onto them is better than some DVDs, like one of the mastering of it visually. He did not want anything to do
You're
with
absolutely right, Miss You.
I always found that interesting. Like he just loved Laserdisc, and the Laserdisc players we got here were nowhere compared to the ones they had in Japan. Like the ones in Japan, the laser would actually flip for you. You didn't have to get up and like turn them over.
Yeah, that's the one I have over here. It actually flips automatically. And then
I heard those ones are more expensive. The ones that flip over.
They were, yeah, but they were nicer because then but you still had like a pause in the film. When you have to wait for it to switch over from A to B, it wasn't like didn't just move from one reel to the next. You had to sometimes wait a little bit for it to read the other side of the disc.
Oh man.
You never knew that, Miss You? Oh my God.
That was groundbreaking when I heard about that because we had to get up every half hour to flip them over.
It's always a pain in the butt.
We had Terminator 2 on Laserdisc, and it was ridiculous. But it was the only way you could watch it with the added features in it and the footage that was taken out. And it was amazing to watch that footage.
Right.
That was a big one. And we had Abbott and Costello on Laserdisc too. I remember that was like one of the only ways we could find it.
I liked it for my film. I used it in college for my film classes as well. We had film analysis that we had to do where we had to analyze films like, frame by frame by frame by frame by frame. And you were able to see the detail of the frame when you were doing that frame analyzation for the professor. So that worked out really well.
Yeah, and ours had a little knob on it. You could turn it, and it would turn it frame by frame. And I like that too. That it was great.
Oh, okay, Miss You.
Yeah, Miss You. It actually with the laser would actually turn over, so you didn't have to get up and actually turn the disc. It was amazing.
Yeah, I'm finding too with picking up older ones that I'm able to make offers that are really low on eBay, and I'm getting a lot of them accepted on some of the discs that I'm buying because. When you think about it, only at the time they came out, only like less than I think it was like less than 10% of the population even had a Laserdisc player when they were out and when they were there. So now take that, and then if you have a Laserdisc, now you got to try to find somebody who has a player, or maybe they just want it to have it. I guess I don't know, but if you find somebody that can play it or actually wants to purchase one, I think it's a lot harder than what some of these people think. So some of them I'm getting cheap and even sealed. I got like a sealed copy of Michael Collins for $1.
That's pretty good.
Did you
But
ever?
was there any video stores that actually rented laser discs?
I
In
never.
Brooklyn, yeah. And then our Blockbuster did for a while too, James, by us.
Oh,
I only saw Betamax and VHS being rented at that time.
If I was going to get James movie, I would have Tom Cruise play James.
oh yeah. I would just, you know what? But Tom Cruise would play me. I don't know. You think Tom Cruise would be good to play me?
Oh yeah, Tom Cruise would make you look good, James. He would add, you have to consider be the Hollywood version of you.
Yeah. And I could also see Al Pacino playing me as well.
Big contracts though for both of them.
That'd be a fun
right?
conversation to have sometime, James, for a topic. Is like, remember on Seinfeld when they did the TV show about nothing, and they had
Yeah, I remember that.
all those actors actually play Kramer and play them.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Have like James the alternate show.
Yeah. And I remember the one that I liked where Kramer had the Chinese immigrants sleeping in his apartment in the drawers. Remember that?
Yeah. I like the one when he slept underneath the desk just to take a nap in the middle of the day.
And the one where he had the hot tub and he fell asleep in the hot tub and he got hypothermia because the heater broke.
I like the Merv Griffith set.
Oh yeah.
Kenny Rogers one, because I worked at a Kenny Rogers at that time, and I thought it was hilarious how he was obsessed with Kenny Rogers chicken.
Yeah.
Speaking of cold, James, I remember once my dad had a waterbed. You remember those waterbeds?
Yeah,
They were great if the heater was working, but I remember one day my dad woke up, just like bundled himself in like 4 blankets, and he was putting on tons of layers because the heater died, and he was just like almost shivering because the waterbed went down.
Another great Seinfeld episode I love is the one where Elaine was going out with some guy and she gave Kramer that mattress, and he put it in his apartment. He was sleeping on it, and that's the one where he was also swimming in the East River, and the mattress was starting to stink because he was sleeping on it after he was wet.
Do you remember the one, James, when he did the movie phone?
Oh yeah.
And everybody that's how he would answer the phone. I could see you doing that, James, that you would pick up his movie phone.
Oh, I remember that movie phone thing when like I'd be out in New York, and we had to know what the movie times were, and somebody would run to a payphone and try to the movie you want to see is playing at
press 1.
Press 1 if you want to hear the trailer for the new movie that's coming out. Press 2. Yeah,
it's a technology long gone, similar to the TV Guide.
The first episode of Seinfeld was funny when we first see Kramer and Jerry sitting down to watch the basketball game he recorded, and Kramer spoils it for him and says, "Hey Jerry, do you mind if I look in your fridge?" And he pulls out 2 slices of bread. He just wants some meat for a sandwich. Says, "Yeah, go raid the icebox. Go see what's in there."
I enjoyed his character.
I'm going to take off to go take care of Kayla. I should be back in a bit because she's got to be to work at 5 o'clock. So I should be back just in a bit. Okay?
All right.
Sorry about that.
Don't forget.
No
you know how teenagers are. Miss you.
Yeah,
I
know you'll be back.
Yeah.
I liked his character a lot when he did that movie UHF, when he was the janitor that takes over and has the TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like similar to the Kramer character, yet I thought it was like hilarious. That movie was really underrated at the time, but I loved that movie.
I remember one episode of Seinfeld where what's his face there? Kramer was at the circus with Jerry, and he loses his gallstone, and the guy's on a high wire, and all he hears is, "Ah!" I was watching that with my cousin Kevin. We were laughing so hard.
I think that was Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah,
because I went to that one time too. It was an interesting. Have you ever been to that?
No, I haven't, but I'd love to see the Cirque du Soleil Beatles Love one.
That's not the one I saw. It was a little before that. It was amazing though. It was really like
I heard Saltimbanco is good or something like that.
it was a magical experience.
No, I bet it was.
It was different. I went on a date and it was an interesting experience to say the least. I went right after
Wow.
with her and it was interesting. It was a beautiful experience. Never went again, just that one time.
Wow, that graphic you did of the drive-in, that was so cool. I liked it. I like how you used Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello. And
Yeah, glad you liked it. I haven't been working much the last couple weeks. It's having problems with my eye. I couldn't see well out of my left eye, so I've been working a little bit more these last 2 days. So I'm glad that you liked it. What have you been up to today? Are you doing well with your grieving?
yeah, actually, something happened this morning. Just when Rachel was going live, I was listening to Breakfast with the Beatles on Sirius XM on the Beatles channel. They played "Oh My Love" by John Lennon,
Yeah.
and it made me think of my friend Rick and his wife, who passed away. His wife, and it triggered me right there. At the end of the song, for the first time, I cried from that song because it made me think of their love and everything. And oh my love, for the first time in my life, I was hearing the lyrics, and I know how deeply he loved his wife. And then the song triggered me, and I just burst into tears. And I
And
said,
you,
"Oh crap! What the worst time when Rachel's going live, and I have to start bawling my eyes out." But I let myself go and cry a little bit, and then I kind of wiped myself up, and then I went into Rachel's stream.
yeah, you had to. And you mentioned yesterday too that you wanted to have that moment to be able to release and cry. And I'm glad you were able to.
So now I'm going to look at that song in a different light every time I hear it.
Hmm. Yeah.
I hope I don't cry again with it, but it's weird how a song can trigger something.
Oh, absolutely. Song, a TV show, there's certain
Hey, Greg,
stores,
man. Yes,
certain,
it is good to cry.
I go into certain stores and I can think of people I was there with and I can still get upset. I still have a good friend of mine that died a couple years ago. I still have his phone number in my phone and I don't know why. I mean, he passed away 5 years ago, but I still have it. Like
Oh,
this feeling like I want to still give him a call.
yeah. Hey, there's the birthday boy himself, Mike Sweeney.
How
Did
old
you
is,
know it's his
how,
birthday today?
how old is he today?
I don't know. How old are you today, Mike? I forgot to ask you this morning.
You have to highlight some of the comments, James, make it
I
easier.
know, I know. I keep forgetting that.
Makes it easier to see and for the replay value for some individual.
Yeah, true. I always forget that. That's my pet peeve. Sometimes I get distracted with people on the screen, and then I forget to watch the peanut gallery go by.
You're like the school teacher. You have to make sure everyone in the class knows what's going on, right?
Oh yeah, true, true. Mike Sweeney, happy birthday. Hey KK, how you doing? A violin once broke my heart. Sure, music has an effect. Definitely. Oh my God, I love this one. Read this one.
I cry when I hear Garth Brooks.
And why do you cry when you hear Garth Brooks, Calvin?
I've never been. Have you been into Garth Brooks, James?
Well, what's his face there? JJ sent me some records of Garth Brooks, but I haven't really listened to them. I don't know if I'll like it, but I might give it a go. Here, I'll make myself big and I'll show you them. Here, I have them over here. All right, let's see here. Whoops.
Miss Hughes says the same thing. You have to put the comments up.
Yeah, I know.
You have to get up here, Miss Hughes, to help out.
Yeah, you should get up here sometime to see you. I'd love to have you up here. Okay, here we go. No offenses, Garth Brooks.
Now, where did you get this?
JJ sent me these, and it's on Pearl Records, and it says original analog.
You got it in the protective sleeve and everything. Are you a fan of all that sleeves and stuff?
Oh yeah, I don't mind it. I
Yeah.
mean, it keeps the records protected and stuff.
Yeah. Now,
Broken fences. I like how they do all the songs in the back like a crossword puzzle. That's pretty cool.
it also looks like a Kraftwerk album in those colors.
And then this is a live one, the historic 7 Diamond
I like how Anthony just says link instead of saying hello.
Celebration. Okay, hold on. Let me get you up here. I'll put out the.
It's
Well,
almost
that's Anthony for you.
no hello, just link.
That's okay.
I wonder if you
That's
could.
Anthony.
I'm going to write just Zelda instead of link. Zelda, please.
Okay, here we go. Link is out. So this is a live album
I've never seen that one.
celebration. And it's got three records. Yeah. Don't ask me what songs on here because I don't know.
You haven't listened to any of them?
Not yet. I will at some point when I'm in the mood for it. Hold on. Let me put this back over here. And we're good. Let me put this back up there too. All right. Well, the record's there. All right. Here we go. Share away or fall into the screen. There we go.
Hey, Trish said something interesting about the song In My Life. I don't know if you see that comment a little higher
Oh
up.
no, I just put in the records. I'll scroll back up. In my life, I should make myself small first.
Don't matter.
In my life, make me cry sometimes because it's the song that DJ played after announcing that John Lennon died. Oh, yeah, it'll take goodbye, my love, maybe forever. Goodbye, my love. The tide waits for me. Who knows when we shall meet again, if ever? But time flowing like a river, on and on to the sea, to the sea. That's beautiful, Richard. I like that. That is so beautiful. What beautiful
I think
words.
for me, from that same Beatles album, the song "Girl" is really
Hey,
emotional
Anthony.
for me.
Hey, James, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
I just got in from work, so
Wrong.
You
Hello.
remember Sean Spins?
I just thought I'd drop by for a few minutes.
Yeah, why not?
Just took my daughter, got home from work, took my daughter to work. Now I'm gonna chill and get ready to go on Twitch in a little while.
You gonna play your Star Wars again tonight?
Probably, yeah. I'm kind of hooked on that one right now. I'm taking an Elden Ring break. I need a break from the stress of Elden Ring.
Too much stress on that one, huh?
Yeah, it's intense. It can get intense, yeah.
Well, I can imagine quite a bit.
But I'll get back to it. I'm just taking a break to have a little.
Sean, are you into these video game thingies?
What'd you say, James?
Are you into these video game things?
No. You?
Kind of, off and on. But Anthony here, he loves to play these games. He goes on Twitch, and I go watch him play the Star Wars, the Skywalker saga, Lego Star Wars thing.
Yeah, I needed to switch up from the intenseness of Elden Ring to the lighthearted humor and of the Lego series.
I was the Forced Unleashed games when they came out.
Sacred Trig, that's right, Miss You. Sacred Trig, where have you been, Miss You? You haven't been coming to my gaming stream for the last few days. I need my cheerleader. Yeah, I've had James there. Where's my cheerleader? You're letting me down. You're breaking my heart, Miss You. You better show up.
Oh, I love putting Christina. Why did
Sacred Trig.
Sorry. Yeah. You gotta be
I can't see the Sacred Twig without thinking of Miss You now. That's
Paulina.
It's a thing. The Sacred Twig. I'll always remember Miss You when I see the Sacred Twig.
Here.
And only Miss You and I understand that joke.
Come up and join us, Paulina.
Yeah, come on, Paulina. I'm only going to be here for a little bit. I'm just going to hang around for a little bit before I start playing.
Come up and see AGK and me and Sean, and let's shoot the shit, as they say.
Well, I don't know if we want to shoot shit, but
well, another way of saying have a chat.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think Sean's ever heard that expression before.
I have. It was a common one with my father.
There's another one.
My neighbor's always saying that. My neighbor's always like, "Yeah, let's shoot the shit, man. What are you doing, man? Hey, let's shoot the shit."
Or another one I like that I heard MZ use the other night on Patrick's stream. She said, "I've got my mom on the horn."
Yeah.
Yeah, on the horn, on the telephone, but like nobody's on the horn anymore because everybody's got their cell phones. I don't know if a cell phone qualifies as a horn anymore. My dad used to say on the horn.
Yeah, go get someone on the horn. Then you call them on the phone.
But that was like a landline, and like who has landlines anymore? I don't have a landline.
Remember those?
I don't have a landline.
Remember those dial-up ones? You had to go dial the numbers with the spinning thing.
Those were the worst, James. Phones? When I was little, James, I had a hard time doing this. My finger wouldn't go all the way around, so half the time I'd go to make a phone call, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I remember in Lethal Weapon 4, Chris Rock. Remember this? Remember he's like 1, 2.
It took forever to make a phone call.
That's the way it was back then, because it was a rotary. It was rotary dial. It was all clicks and there was no digital circuits. It was all relays and clicks.
McCartney, nice. Hey, Paulina.
How do I get?
How you doing, girlfriend?
Heyo.
One way to see you, Paulina. One way to see you.
Oh, here's a good one for you, ATK, from Calvin.
I've played, and I don't have my Atari anymore, but I started with video games with Pong. You know, a little machine with two knobs on it, and you bounce the ball.
I had that too back in the day.
You bounced the square ball back and forth. That was the beginning for me, and I had everything since then. The Pong, the Atari 2600, the Atari 5200, an Intellivision, a ColecoVision, all of Nintendo. I've had every Nintendo there ever is, every Sony thing there ever has been, every Xbox. Well, not Xbox. I stopped with Xbox at the 360 just because Xbox is shit. So, but pretty much every system out there.
You name every gaming system, AGK's got it.
Yeah, I had the only ones I still don't have anymore is my ColecoVision. I'm sorry I ever sold that because it's a real collector's item now. ColecoVision and my Ataris. But I mean, I have most of those games on. Those games have been re-released and re-released and re-released on Sony and all the other gaming and Nintendo. All those old Atari games have been all reissued, and all those old gaming system games you can play on other consoles now.
Do you still have a Wii?
Still have my Wii, my Wii U, and of course my Switch. The Switch is fantastic.
What's the difference between Wii U and Wii?
Wii U had a screen as well.
Oh.
It was like enhanced. My Wii is right over here. Let me just grab it.
Cutting out again.
Yeah, he's cutting out again.
Am I cutting out too, or no?
Oh, you're good, Sean. You're good.
DJ Trish just said something funny about the phone. Her finger got caught in it one time. That happened to me too.
Yeah, but I like when they had the other phones where you can
let me know when my connection goes to crap.
Okay.
Getting there.
That's a Wii U. So a Wii U also had a screen.
Oh.
Right. I should be able to power this up. It is connected.
Going away.
It was the predecessor to the Switch. Of course, the Switch has a screen built in.
Yeah.
So, and the Wii had this. You still used your motion controllers and everything. So it had everything that was in a Wii, but it also had a screen. So it was like the stepping stone between the Switch and the Wii.
Nice.
So it didn't do very well. It had very few games, and most of the games that came out for this system have all been reprocessed and released on the Switch. So.
Oh yeah.
But it was kind of the predecessor to the Switch. It came out in around 2000 and I'm thinking 12 or something, but it only lasted not even 5 years. And it had, I think I've got I've got less than 20 titles for the thing. I got maybe 10 titles for it. Whereas the Switch, which came out a few years ago, I've got 30, 40 titles for, 50 titles.
So when you go on screen on Twitch, what are you going through? Because your mic seems to work clear on that one.
Well, that's broadcasting right from PlayStation.
To Twitch. Fix the mic, AGK.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you're on an airboat.
Is it breaking up again?
It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo it. See, we gotta wait for StreamYard to fix that connection. Nothing I can do until StreamYard fixes it for Safari browsers.
That's what I'm using though.
I'm using Google.
What are you using, Sean?
Safari.
Oh, on what though? On a laptop or on a?
Yeah, on my MacBook Pro.
Yeah, see, I'm using an iPad Pro. iPads, and iPhones. The iOS, the StreamYard. They updated the iOS about a week ago, and ever since they updated the iOS on the iPads and the iPhones, StreamYard's having a problem with it. The connection degrades over time.
It's terrible on iPhones. It's like shit.
Cool. It's a cool effect. It got this airboat or like an old school prop paint.
I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm just gonna reboot it.
Okay.
I should keep it going. I'll keep that propeller
Good.
the whole time.
Victor, do you want to come up and join us? You're more than welcome to come up if you want. Join the party, baby. So, Paulina, what do you use? What are you using for your browser? Google or?
I use Google, and I'm using a Hewlett Packard desktop tower that my friend put together for me for mixing music. So
cool. Oh, he's back.
And I see everything through like
I'm
a
back.
television screen. Yeah.
How's that? Is it okay again?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's the iOS. Paulina, it's happening to you too, right? With the iOS.
When I use my phone. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever they did when they upgraded the iOS, StreamYard needs to fix it. It's a StreamYard problem because this happened 2 years ago. You know, there was an iOS update and StreamYard wouldn't work right on iOS. And then like 3 weeks later, after everybody bitched and complained, StreamYard sent an email out going, "We realize there's a problem between iOS devices and StreamYard. We've fixed the problem." Blah blah blah.
Now I got to make this joke from the police.
So here we go again.
iOS.
That's good,
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to put up with it until StreamYard figures out they got a problem again.
And Jay, a new commercial for their products.
But yeah, when I stream my games, obviously I'm streaming on my PS5, which has built-in streaming straight to Twitch or YouTube. I just say which one account I want to stream to, YouTube or Twitch.
Cool.
Paulina. So I mean, you're getting 4K streaming from the PS5 to Twitch.
Nice. Tell me if you think this is the most beautiful Disney love song you've ever heard. I'm going to sing it a cappella for you. I just got to get the lyrics. All right, here we go.
Got to make yourself bigger.
What?
You got to make yourself bigger.
All right. Well, I won't see myself because I'll be looking at the lyrics here, but I'll make myself big. All right, here we go. Now that I've found you, hear what I have to say. One song, I have but one song only for you. One heart tenderly beating, ever entreating, constant and true. One love that has possessed me. One love thrilling me through. One song my heart keeps singing, of one love only for you. There you go.
Sounds good.
That sounds amazing. Have you ever done been part of like any choirs in your life?
What?
Have you ever been like in a choir or?
Yes, I've sang in my church choir for 15 years till I moved. I can't read music, but I can hear things pretty well. I have a good ear.
I think in your room tour, you showed like a little plaque you got from the choir.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Is that Lilo and Stitch? No, it's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. When the prince sings to Snow White at the beginning after she sings I'm Wishing. Yeah, it's such a beautiful love song. And when the dove kisses him on the lips at the end, and then she blushes and closes the curtains.
And you sound amazing singing it too. I especially love like the vibrato towards the end of the sentence, the lyrics, and I could tell that you were really trained to use your voice. Yeah, that's a hard thing to do. Yeah,
I just that vibrato just comes easily to me. Not a lot of people can do that. Because my friend CJ said, "How do you do that vibrato, James?" I'm like, I don't know. It just comes naturally, I guess.
Is a gift.
And we're going on a tour with AGK right now.
I'm gonna just try go on my Mac.
Is that song to your talking milk? Perhaps it might be, Eddie. You never know.
But my Mac's upstairs. So.
Yeah, the mic sounds good right now.
Oh,
I never stream from up here because it's not in my man cave. This is like upstairs in my living room. So.
Now, have you ever written any music, James? Like any songs, any of your poetry to music?
Actually, I have written a song which I will show you. I'll read it to you. I've got it right here. All right. They were indeed.
Wow, really? Somebody left the mouse on and now the battery's dead? Way to go. Way to go, people. So my daughter leaves the mouse on for goodness knows how many weeks.
Oh my God.
And so the battery is dead.
You got to get a backup that plugs in, huh?
Oh, here's a battery right here. Here's a battery right here.
I was horsing around with my friend Jerry, who was playing his guitar at my house back in '93. And I didn't write the lyrics till '94. And I started singing this song that I had in my head, but I never thought of it till later on. Aw, my little doggy. This is called A Winter's Day. A winter's day, you went away again. Now I'm alone with nothing to do. How can I even try to live without your love? If I cry forever, who will dry my tears? Who will dry my tears? If I cry forever, who will take away my fears? A rose lies dying in the snow. The vine begins to bleed. If it can't find a one true love to plant its only seed. We were so in love, my darling. We never had a fight. Now I see you leaving me in the middle of the night. On a winter's day, you took away the rose that blooms upon the vine. Now I wait to see if the sun will ever shine. On a winter's day, on a winter's day. The days go by, and I wonder why everything is so messed up. You were the one who helped me find the sun. Please come back, and the rose will bloom again. I was listening to a lot of Sarah McLachlan at the time, so you can see from my lyrics, it was Sarah McLachlan infused lyrics.
Yeah, I was wondering what the music would have sounded like, and now you're saying Sarah McLachlan.
Yeah, well, the first part is because I can't write music, so it was going to kind of start like a winter's day, you went away again. Now I'm alone with nothing to do. How can I even try to live again without your love?
I thought you said you couldn't write music. Sounds like you can.
Well, that's the tune I had in my head for the first part of it, but then the rest, I don't know what to do with it. Maybe one day, Paulina, you can help me work on it.
Definitely, especially if it's like in the realm of Sarah McLachlan, who has always been like a big influence on me.
I've only like what I hear in my head. I hear this on a piano. Do you have a piano or keyboard or something?
Somewhere in my house, yeah.
Yeah, because I hear it on a piano in my head.
Oh, Miss You just had the comment for you, James.
Miss You, yep. Sure did wrote music. Yeah, I did. What was this Jerry from Jerry and the Pacemakers? What are you talking about, Calvin? Yeah, that's a cute pup. There's two of them, aren't there, Anthony?
2? No. Oh yeah, there's the pug, but the pug's at my daughter's mother's right now.
What's this one's name?
Miley.
Miley. Hello, Miley. You good girl? You good girl? She's looking around like, what's going on here?
Like, what the hell?
Give you a kiss.
What the hell?
Thank you, Christina.
You got to highlight them, James, so everyone can see them.
Yeah. Here's Vinyl and Kicks. Hello, hola, James and everyone. Hello, Kicks. How you doing? I like that song. Well, thank you, Christina. Needs work, but I think it works out pretty well.
Now, do you play piano at all, James?
No.
And I remember
I used to try dabble at guitar a bit, but I had trouble changing chords and stuff, and I said, screw this, I sing better than I play. So I said, you know what? Screw it, I'm going to join a choir instead.
How long did
you
try on the guitar before you were like,
oh, maybe a couple of years.
You're just getting started.
Yeah.
I remember one time I was at my friend Jerry's house, and he was playing, and we were talking about pornos that we used to watch, and there was one, a French one, and so we made up a song to it because the man was going in it, away, and she goes, okay, que c'est beau, and so we made a song out of it. I was going, away, and he was going, okay, que c'est beau, and he was playing on his guitar, and he broke a string because he was playing too hard. And then we used to do Beatles songs. I used to sing your song, and he play the acoustic guitar, and I do the whole song, and he kind of sing backup with me. And then we did some Elvis, All Shook Up, and all those good stuff. And then we did Stray Cat Strut.
Now, were you playing an acoustic guitar when you were learning, or did you ever play an electric?
Well, Jerry taught me electric too. That was kind of cool, playing an electric guitar, but I never really took to it. But and I said, Jerry, you know what? I sing better. You play, I'll sing. He says, deal, because he was teaching me how to play, and I just couldn't. I got frustrated with it.
And a little easier to fret on an electric guitar, and in certain electric guitars, the scale length is a little shorter too, so it's easier if your fingers are smaller.
And trying to remember the notes like A, B, and all that, and it's like trying to get your fingers in the right place. It's like,
Well, that's also has to be the acoustic guitar itself. Like, there's certain acoustic guitars that are more comfortable to play on. It's like, I love this one because I like how the neck is. It's very thin, so it allows me to do a lot more fingering on it. So going from one chord to another is just like a breeze.
Yeah.
Could you show me some basic chords, if you don't mind, Paulina? I'll make you big. I want to see some basic chords that you can show me.
So, I have a guitar pick around here. Okay, I'll just use my finger. So this is the A chord. So it's basically, which I think should be the first chord that everybody should learn. And then this is E. And then this is D. The A chord.
Oh, sorry.
So it's basically, yeah. This is E.
I gotta turn this off.
And so what I love about, once you learn like at least those three chords, the E, A, and D, and you could just start doing stuff like, Buddy Holly. Like, it's like, if you knew Peggy Sue, then you know why I feel blue about Peggy, my Peggy Sue. Well, I love you, girl. I want you, Peggy Sue. I love you, Peggy Sue, with the love so wearing true. Oh, Peggy, my Peggy Sue. Well, I love you, girl, and I want you, Peggy Sue.
Oh, it's basically three chords.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really awesome.
And yeah, so that was like one of the first things that my dad taught me. It was like that song, and it was like also the same chords. It was basically like hold me close and tell me how you feel. Tell me love is real. Words of love you whisper soft and true. Darling, I love you.
That's pretty cool.
So, and that's actually the first song that my dad taught me, Words of Love, which was like also it was like the first song that George Harrison taught his son Danny
oh wow,
to play. And so my dad taught me that one, and then it was also stuff like, you know, with sort of like the same chords. It's like Mulligan time, always strolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be Mulligan time. Yeah. Beautiful song.
Yeah. Well, we have to sing that together sometime. Yeah, I like singing with you. We harmonize well.
Yeah, with the Buddy Holly, I was thinking about, you know, in an indirect way, we brought Mason to
Good night, Christopher.
From Lubbock,
Stay in
Texas.
school.
Yeah.
I like this one. Sweet dreams, buddy. If I was there, I'd read your bedtime story.
That's cool, Paulina. Your dad taught you that. My dad just taught me how to sell a car.
And then, of course, he said, like, okay, let's see if we could go hard. So he used to teach me this one. He was like, every day she takes the morning bath, she wear, wrapped a towel around her as she's heading for the bedroom chair. It's just another day. Zipped in the stockings, stepped into shoes, dip in the pocket of her raincoat.
Whoa.
Just another day.
Do.
I love
that was the
song.
one song I was just when I got the 51st State soundtrack as a VCLT for Cam. I was disappointed that was not on the vinyl. I mean, it obviously writes with Paul McCartney. I understand, but you know, that was such a pivotal song in that movie. You know,
I know it's like a very important one where she's painting, and that. Oh no, when her dad
wouldn't it be nice?
Yeah, when she's painting, she's singing.
Yes, you
Wouldn't It Be
Calvin.
Nice, whereas her dad and her brother is painting over everything, and Another Day is playing. Yeah,
such a great song. What did I hear? Yeah. Yesterday I heard Ballroom Dancing on the Beatles channel. Ballroom dancing made a man of me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just plain adore your ballroom dancing.
Seen it on TV. Well, I got quite a lot for ballroom dancing.
Big B.
Love that.
Is there any Beatles? I mean, I'm a huge Beatles fan. Is there any Beatles songs that people just got like really sick of that took them like I'll just give an example for me. It took me years, even after I got the CD, I would actually skip past Birthday because I worked at Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater. And if you worked like an 8-hour shift, sometimes they had like, 10 birthdays and they would play the characters would play Birthday for that. And it was like over and over again. So I had a hard time listening to that one. Any Beatles or songs that
Lisa
that you had a hard time, like, for any reason?
There may have been like probably 1 or 2 songs that got overplayed a lot that I just couldn't stand to hear anymore. So like Twist and Shout, and probably one other one I'm spacing out on. But eventually, as time went by, I would like go back to songs and be like, oh, okay, I'll listen to those again.
Paulina, we have a request here.
Every day gets a little closer, going faster in a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey, hey, hey. I love that song.
I don't think you've heard the true nature of that song until you've heard the Gary Busey version.
Yeah. I love how he does it in the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool in the movie. That's when Gary Busey was kind of a sane Gary Busey, and he insisted on doing all the vocals and all that on his own.
Well, all of them did their own musical parts. Like Charles Martin Smith did stand-up bass playing and singing, and then Jerry Strauss, Down Strauss, he played his own drums and backing vocals as well. So it was like really very authentic on how they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Charles Martin Smith, I mean, we were talking about Disney films before. I missed part of it. I take care of, but my favorite movie with him is Never Cry Wolf. Has anyone ever seen that film?
No.
I started watching it on your Plex thing, but I still have to finish it.
It's slower. It's like a nature, documentary, but it's about a guy that actually goes and observes wolves up in the Arctic. And because they somehow think there's a disease being caused by them, and he has to do research for the government, and it's really cool.
Don't remember that one. I do remember Swiss Family Robinson that you showed earlier. I used to watch that like once a week.
That was Never Cry Wolf has the best. The guy says, "Would you like some fish?" "No, I eat mice."
Or the best line in there is when he's trying to talk to the old. Well, now we say Inuit at the time in the movie because it was dated as Eskimo, but he always the guy translates all the time for the old guy by saying Utek says good idea.
Yeah, but back in the day, you could get away with saying Eskimo in that song, The Mighty Quinn. Come on without, come on within. You ain't seen nothing like the Mighty Quinn. And when the Eskimo gets here, we're all gonna jump for joy. I love that song.
Pauline, you're so good. I wish StreamYard had the ability to have a tip jar.
Yeah. Just put your tip in the jar as much as you want.
Put your PayPal account into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, put your credit card number in the chat, and we'll be sure to credit the proper amount. The fee is a signed copy of a Paul McCartney record, though, added to the.
Oh, bring them up. Here we go.
StreamYard will figure it out, and then they'll add like 10% off fee.
So my iMac is telling me that my browser when I clicked on your link from my iMac and went to StreamYard, StreamYard said StreamYard is not supported by this browser.
Well, there you go. That'll fix it.
So apparently StreamYard won't even work with an iMac freaking browser.
Yeah, it's all fixed now, right?
Calvin, who's Dick O'Neill?
No, so I'm back on my iPad right now.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying in its own way, it fixed itself. StreamYard just eliminated it completely.
Yeah, now it seems to be okay, and it's not messing up.
Yeah,
no, it's because I'm back on my iPad though, so it's going to mess up in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Because I'm like trying to update my iMac now.
Yeah.
So JJ,
now I got to download Chrome or something on my iMac.
JJ, I watched the Buddy Holly story for Dick O'Neill.
Anthony, I would recommend using Firefox. The StreamYard seems to like that. Paulina, can we see that Fender guitar that's behind you to the right? I see a headstock. I'm crazy that I know that headstock. It's like a Telecaster guitar.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a Fender Telecaster.
Oh, wow.
It's like Ralph Macchio's from Crossroads.
Sweet. Oh, and it's autographed, too.
That's the one from 10,000 Maniacs, I think he told us.
Yeah, 10,000 Maniacs.
Yeah. Do you play it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
I tried to... Well, they're sending me... 10,000 Maniacs is sending me like another Telecaster body with all autographs again. So I'm gonna basically strip off these ones and then have that one like on my wall so that I could play this even more. Because now I just feel like I'm just doing more acoustic stuff than electric.
Yeah, that one it's got some age to it. It's got the screw in for the headstock. Looks like it's from the late '60s.
Yeah, it's like what's a 1962 reissue that was made back in '92.
Oh,
So
nice.
Wow.
Such an amazing guitar. If I should live my life with just one electric, then I'm glad it's at least the Telecaster. Even though I do want a Rickenbacker someday.
Yeah, Rickenbackers are. Telecaster was my first guitar, and I got away from it for many years, and I went back to it years later, and now I'm mostly around Telecasters.
And that's the best thing about Telecasters is like it basically allows you to be a great musician. It's like there's like no fills. It's like very honest instrument. And the thing is, like, people will try to take their Telecasters apart to make it sound better, but they only make it sound worse. I think I forgot who was telling that story. It might have been Vince Gill. Oh no, it was Toby Keith. He said, like, I tried to make my Telecaster to sound like a Stratocaster, so I put like Stratocaster things in there, and it still wasn't sounding good. But then when I went with my original Telecaster, I was like, they got it right the first time. So,
Yeah, it's just it has such a different feel to a Stratocaster, and I said I got away from them for many years, and I love them when they don't have the belly cut in them too. I like when it's just a solid piece of wood and it's tremendously uncomfortable. And Keith Richards used to talk about that too, that he preferred it because you have to work a little harder to play a Telecaster.
Yeah. It totally makes you work, and
Stratocaster,
I love that it does that.
And what did Jimi Hendrix play?
Stratocasters. And younger, he played a Dan Electro, and he played a Jazzmaster, and he played a Mustang for a while, reverse. Little Richard played like a Jazzmaster, and then Curtis Squire, he played like a Dual Sonic, and then he went mostly to Stratocasters.
What about you, JJ?
Oh, you know what? It wasn't Toby Keith. It was Keith Urban. That's where I got it mixed up. It was Keith Urban that said that.
I played the tuba in the band in school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Start a band then.
What better way for a tubby kid to be playing the tuba? This was like right there. That's what I guess that was how it was supposed to be. But I did learn one thing in there. I remember in that class in the band class, I learned that's when I learned Herbie Hancock did not just do breakdancing music, because that's all I thought up until that point. Because he had done Rocket, I thought that's what the kind of music that he did when our teacher played for us, his jazz stuff, and had pictures of him up on the wall doing, with the jazz stuff. That was fun.
Yeah.
Good teacher. But yeah, I remember playing the R and having to do that embouchure and.
They tried to get me to play one, JJ, because I was the trumpet player, and I was like, no, I'm not lugging that around and taking it home to practice. I was like, no. So I'd rather just go home. But the funny thing with us, JJ, is the entire trumpet section when we were 13, there was like 14 of us. We all stopped playing trumpet and started playing guitar.
Oh, wow.
It's like we were all fed up playing trumpet. And you get that horrible taste from the mouthpiece.
I bet.
And just didn't like playing it anymore. And we used to get yelled at all the time by the conductor, and he would throw stuff at us, and we were like, forget it. I can go home and play guitar. Nobody will bother us.
Yeah. Play an instrument you feel more comfortable with.
I remember it was really cool, though, at Walk Public Schools when I was growing up. And they stopped this a long time ago, but they used to have it. To encourage kids to play musical instruments, they would actually provide the instruments for you for the semester, so that you didn't even have to go to a music store to pay for a rental fee, or you just had to go buy like the swab and the supplies and all that stuff.
Your reeds. Like Paulina said earlier too, like playing guitar to me was quite freeing because, like you said, learning like just a few chords and you're on the way. Like playing trumpet, they wanted everything to be perfect, and you had to be able to sight read notes. And playing guitar, it was like, wow,
hey,
like
Cameron,
a couple chords and we're off.
I started getting into guitar a little bit But the problem is that I'm one of those guys that gave it up because the teacher, making you play stupid folk stuff, and you just want to play the riff that you heard on the radio, or play some rock and roll, and then you get stuck playing the. I just remember hang down your head, Tom Dooley.
Yeah.
I was like, I know the attention span of a kid. You're like, I had.
Yeah.
When do I get to play the good stuff?
Right.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain went to one lesson, and they asked like what he wanted to learn, and the same deal. I think they wanted him to do the folk songs, and he's like, "Well, I want to play Back in Black," and they taught him that, and he never went back. And he was like, "Thanks."
Yeah, I remember Howard Stern was saying at his show when he was looking for guitar lessons for his kid. He was like insisting, like, when you teach them how to play the rock and roll, what they want to learn how to play, not the the folky or whatever, the old stuff, and work your way up to it. I know people have to do that, but I think people lose interest.
Yeah, I sat home learning how to play like punk rock songs. It's like all power chords, and I was having, it was great. I would be breaking strings daily. I had a 13.
Well, to me, when I started playing, I thank God I wasn't like every other person that was trying to learn guitar and gravitated to that one song that everybody starts playing right off the bat. And I think everybody could guess what that song is. Smoke on the Water.
Dun, 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 dun.
And I walked into a guitar class in high school as like, an aide for my teacher, and there, you see like these young kids like, oh my God, I just got hard like a couple of days ago, and this is what I learned. And I'm like, oh, somebody kill me.
Oh.
Or the one I remember, what my favorite, it was like a riff that, you remember Judd Nelson in The Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
What was that? What was the riff that he did? Dun, 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 dun. And when he was bored, I remember him playing that, and I remember hearing that in the radio, be like, "Oh, that's a song from The Breakfast Club."
Yeah, that's cool.
When he was actually playing like a classic Clapton song.
Yeah.
Can you highlight Vinyl Kicks thing, James, so
Sure.
I can better?
Yep.
Thank
Oh,
you.
he's got it.
Play guitar. Beatles songs. I used to play Beatles songs with my mom growing up. That was like the only time I would do it.
Well, that's all I wanted to do. Well, all I wanted to do was to be a bass player.
No,
Ooh, you got a Hofner, baby.
And
Nice.
so my dad said, like, well, it's better to learn guitar first before you go on to bass. So he taught me guitar, but then I found my way to playing bass. I played more bass than I do, yeah.
I had one of those, and I had to get rid of it in the 90s. I couldn't take it. It was too neck heavy. Every time I'd play it, it would like try to like fall.
But Hofner?
Yeah, like the neck would always wanted to go down, and I have to pick it up as you're playing. It's like driving me mad.
My roommate in college, he's actually in my college videos I did. That's on my channel, but he was at the jazz clinic at Long Island University, Brooklyn. He was my roommate, and he was there studying jazz, and he was trying to learn the stand-up bass, and it was fun to hear him just jam out on the bass. I didn't realize that, how good a bass could sound until I was sitting there just listening to him in the room practicing.
Wow, that's awesome.
Going crazy. But what was really funny was that he was actually really into like death metal. He King Diamond and had long hair like this, but then he was learning. He was going to school to learn jazz. It was cool.
Speaking about good bass players and good guitar players, and JJ, you used to live near her. Today's Kim Gordon's birthday from Sonic.
Oh wow!
The radio was playing like just constant Sonic Youth today, and it was beautiful.
Wow.
I opened a can of worms here, I tell you.
What did you do?
Well, because I was saying that my browsers are incompatible, so I downloaded Firefox, and then it said Firefox isn't compatible.
I'm like, what the hell? What's going on here? And then I found out that my entire Mac OS system, there's a new system that apparently I never installed. So now I'm completely installing an entirely new Mac operating system.
Goes the next 3 hours.
Yeah,
well, today is also a famous
Open the can of worms.
birthday.
Hello, AGK. This is the Apple Help Desk.
Yeah.
If you would like to hear today's latest hits, press 1.
Am I breaking up still?
If you want to wait on hold for 4 hours, press 2.
Yeah, I know. Mac help you wait on hold for a long time.
Yeah,
no,
it's
doing its thing. It's doing its thing.
If you could learn jazz bass, then you could play anything.
Hold on, bathroom break, guys.
Yeah.
Because all the basics in jazz are like used a lot in metal as well.
Jaco Pastorius, I grew up near him, and it's an amazing bass player.
And my mom, there was a bassist my mom promoted a lot of lesbian folk bands when they came to Milwaukee, and there was this one bassist who was just an acoustic guitar, and her name was Tret Fuhrer, and she played, and man, she could just make that thing wail and just brought depth to the sound, and it was amazing live performance. I remember hearing her. I was like 10 at the time, and I was just in awe of how she could play.
Yeah, the two bass players from the Funk Brothers that did everything on Motown were like a big influence on me too. Like just amazing. James Jamerson.
The Funk Brothers.
Brothers.
Yeah, James Jamerson and Paul Babbitt. Yeah.
James Jamerson. Yeah, nobody knows who they were because the singer took all the things, but the Funk Brothers, it's like 3 guitar players, and it was a huge band, 2 drummers, and they did everything. One person did clapping and tambourine.
Yeah.
I've got a Funk Brothers LP.
And the cool thing is like when you're picking like Motown bass, to do it like James Jamerson is just to use the one finger. That's all you did, use the one finger. You never used the other ones.
It's amazing what he was doing, at the invention of like the Fender bass. It's just amazing. Getting off the upright bass and playing that. Wow.
Yeah.
I think it was Sam St. John too. If I recall, it might be Sam St. John was showing on his channel a ukulele bass that sounded really good for like a bass that like if you were just like with a folk band or whatever had a really good deep. It was surprisingly had a really good deep sound to it.
Yeah, I played those before. I went to a Guitar Center one time and saw that, and I played it. I was like, oh my god, it sounds amazing even if it's not plugged in. It's like I wanted to buy it right then and there because I wanted something that was like
I'm back.
that's what attracted me. That's what attracted me to the
no?
Hofner, because I wanted to play like something that I don't have to really plug in all the time, but I still play it and who could still kind of hear it.
Yeah.
Am I still clear or no?
Somewhat, yes.
Yeah.
I'll show you something. JJ might like this because JJ is a big soundtrack guy. And I bet you don't have this. And you might want to look it up. This is a soundtrack for a movie like Shaft, like Superfly, that blaxploitation period of cinema. The movie was never released. It was filmed. Everything was filmed. Everything done. But never was released. But the soundtrack has been dug up. It was dug up and released a couple of years ago, performed by the Funk Brothers, which were then called the Funk/Soul Brothers. Big, huge band. And the name of the movie was called Fox Force 5.
Awesome.
Wow.
And it's a soundtrack. I would love to see this film, but the film is lost. They don't know. Like even when you read the notes here, see, worst movie ever made, maybe, but dig that soundtrack. The movie, it doesn't exist, and like there's no copies of this movie available anywhere.
Jeez.
And it was, it was like a Superfly Shaft kind of thing. Look at that movie poster thing. But this soundtrack is as good as Shaft or Superfly or any of those soundtracks. This soundtrack is killer. It's absolutely killer. So if you can find a copy of it, it was released by some obscure record companies, Brother Man Records.
Well, let's see.
And-
Go to the credits.
And this
where
is
it
a
says the
this is a
Funk Soul
killer.
Brothers.
This is a killer album. I highly recommend. JJ, you should look it up. See if
I
you can
will.
find a
Thank
copy.
you.
It is really, really hard
Yeah,
to find.
word.
Only this record company released it. So if you look up Brother Man Records, they're the only people that ever released a soundtrack.
Well,
for-
let me see the Anthony. Let me see the credits of the musicians on it.
Okay. Let me tell me. Yeah, it's right
Go to
here.
that.
There you
Wonder
go.
if they are the traditional.
Let me try to get it.
Okay,
The
no,
whole-
that's not the Funk Brothers.
Yeah. I
Those
don't
are not
see,
the Motown guys. I don't see James Jamerson and Bob Babbitt or.
Let me
Joe
see who's on
Messina
here.
Or
Pistol Pete on drums.
yeah.
Well, this this is the Funk Soul Brothers. So this is the Funk Brothers, when they reformed. This would be what's the year of this thing? Do we
no,
have a
that's
year on
not
this thing?
that's not the Motown guys.
No.
No, it wouldn't be the Motown guys. Funk Soul. What was that? What were the names you said?
For the Funk Brothers, it would have been James Jamerson, Bob Babbitt, Joe Messina, Robert White, Eddie Willis, Jack Ashford, Richard Pistol Allen, Uriel Jones,
Interesting.
Ben Benjamin,
So
Joe Hunter.
that's probably
Yeah.
why they had to change, because it's the Funk Brothers. But see, on the back it says the Funk Brothers, but then on the front it's the Frunk slash Soul Brothers. See?
Froghead is saying that the film that was released in Europe.
Yeah, there's no copy. There's no existing copies around, apparently.
It was released in Europe.
What's
Yeah,
the
but
title of the film again?
I have tried, like, since I got this album, because I got the album, because, I heard it playing in the record store, because the guy, Brotherman Records, had come to my local record store with a whole bunch of his albums to promote them. So my record store got a couple copies of this. He was playing it in the store. I heard it. I go, this kills. I bought it and then did some research on it. And I have tried to find this movie for this came out in 2018. I've been trying to find this.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been trying to find this movie for like 5 years. And
Anthony, the film was released in Europe.
Yeah, it was released, but there's no copies. You can't find it. It just doesn't exist anywhere.
Isn't that title the name of the movie?
I was just doing what Cam wanted me to do.
Isn't that the title?
I would love to find a copy of this movie, but I've searched high and low, and nobody has got a copy of this movie anywhere.
Nope.
I would love to find it. I would love to find it.
Yeah, I was just looking on Netflix to see if they had it, but they don't.
No, I've even looked on like those really bizarre friggin' web apps and whatnot. And I've looked on all sorts of DVD and media stores to see if I could find an eBay and whatnot, see if I can find some sort of bootleg from VHS or PAL or something. Just can't find it. And even the guys that made this album said they couldn't even find a copy of it.
That is weird.
So yeah, it's really bizarre. But great soundtrack. One for
Nice.
you, JJ. One for you. If you like Shaft, you like Superfly, you'll love this.
Well, thank you for the recommendation. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, my iOS is installing apparently now, or OS is installing. So that ought to take like 4 hours.
Sending out an iOS.
Yeah, it's downloaded. It's now installing. That long, slow little line with the picture of an apple.
No blue screen of death.
No, just a little.
Oh, this is a good one. This is a
just a
good
little
one.
apple on the screen. I got the white screen of death. Apples
AGK,
don't have
check
blue
this one out. Look at this. It's not on Pornhub.
Not
that's
on
for sure.
Pornhub. No. Maybe it's on OnlyFans.
It probably is as an
Michael
open
Carney?
game,
Yes,
though.
it is, Brian.
Instead of
I would love to see it,
Like
because-
instead of Goodwill Hunting, they call it Goodwill Humping. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like there is a history on this thing, and it said claimed so I've seen a preview of the film called Phosphorus 5 back in the late 70s. The worst movie ever made, or best, if you happen to be enjoyed sitting through endless scenes of senseless violence, gratuitous sex, and debauched partying, dancing, and drug use. Sounds like a great film to me.
Okay.
Lots of violence. Note.
So, JJ, what did you have for dinner just now? What did you eat?
I'm having spaghetti.
Oh, nice.
Spaghetti and meat
Spaghetti.
sauce.
Nice. message in a bottle. Yeah. So, Brian, how do we know you? I'm not familiar if I know you or not from Rachel's stream. I just need to get to know you a bit more before I give you a wrench. And I don't know if I know you, so you're welcome to stay in the chat and chat with us. But you'll have to earn a wrench.
Are those last three number, the 227, based on the TV show?
That or an area code. JJ, is the green room operational today?
I don't know. James, do you have the green room going with the booze and the chicks?
Oh yeah. We got it.
Yesterday was mac and cheese in the green room. I don't know if the green room, if Pat has the green room operation.
Oh, we got the blue room, we got the red room, we got everything. We got everything you could possibly want today, Sean. We even have the drawing room. I'm on a roll with this one now.
I tell you, James, we got to get you back into playing guitar again.
It's telling me about 33 minutes remaining.
That's not bad.
Apparently.
We'll make it.
Yeah, you should totally
install this.
You should start learning guitar again, James. It'll really help you out, especially if you want to put a tune to that song that you wrote. You'll be able to find out all the voicings and stuff. At least the root bass notes, then everything else can be filled out.
Sean, I was just thinking of something. Rather than a green room, James could have a white room with black curtains.
Yeah, I could.
I'll bring my
white room with black curtains with my friend JJ. Eating spaghetti and meatballs.
I might have to install another operating system after this, because according to the notes I looked up about this operating system, there has been since yet 2 more operating systems. But so it probably needs to install this one, and then it's going to tell me, why don't you download this operating system now?
That's a good one, DJ Trick. Message in a hard drive, sending out an iOS.
Sending out an iOS.
Because that's how Apple is. That's how Apple is. You can't jump from one operating system to the newest one. You have to jump in to the next one, and then the one after that, and then the one after that.
Calvin says, JJ, show us your cream.
Not handy at the moment, but not quite sure how to take that.
What do you mean by that, Calvin?
I know what he means. I'm taking it the clean method that he wants me to show him the Clapton, but the box set's wrapped up in the other room right now, so I don't want to leave again to go get it, because it's 5:30 and you got Pilmer and stuff. So
so we just got to keep this ball rolling here.
Yeah.
And then I'll decide what time we're going to shut her down, but it'll be early. We'll go almost close to 2 hours, but not quite. We'll keep it under 2 hours, so we all can jump at the Pilmers after, because I got to do my Miss Piggy bit with them, as I always do.
And I have to.
Does Miss Piggy ever visit your stream, James?
She does from time to time, yeah.
Okay. Because you shouldn't give it all to Pilmer. You should keep some for you, too.
Oh, yeah, of course I put Miss Piggy in here from time to time. Because Miss Yu loves her.
Can I put in a request, James, for Miss Piggy?
Yes.
Can she sing Never Before, Never Again?
All right, I'll get her. Hold on.
I miss you. You better show up in my gaming stream. I need my cheerleader back. You've been slacking off on the cheerleading.
Maybe you're not paying enough.
I might have to fire you as head cheerleader.
Kermit the Frog is up there as one of my favorite banjo players.
Hello, everybody! Kissy! Oh my God, Sean, you look so hot, man. Wow, look at AGK over there.
It scared me.
We got the lovely Paulina. Oh my God, Kissy. Hello, and there's Cameron and DJ Trish and this new guy Brian.
Hello, baby.
We don't really know, right, James? Yes. And Calvin and Vinyl Kicks and is Miss Yu here? I don't know. Miss Yu, are you here, sweetheart? Never before. Never again.
That's all I remember. I mean, I was a young pig at the time, so, over time, I forget half the lyrics to half these crazy Muppet songs. It was like Elvis Presley. We had to sing all these crappy songs in the movies like, Together Again. Geez, good to be together again. Like, who wrote that crap?
The song for Miss You should be, somebody's getting married. Somebody's getting married. Somebody's getting married today.
Oh, Groovy Lisa. Yes, the pig. Get used to it. Oh, it's my doggy Foo-Foo. Little doggy Foo-Foo. Hi. Hello, little doggy. How are you doing? Did you have your dinner? Okay, good. So, tonight I'm going to be on Pilmer's stream, and I'm going to drive him batty. And I hope he drinks out of the bottle tonight like I wanted him to and have that long, slow, drawn-out burp. But going...
Right.
That'd be really funny. Well, I got to go rest up for Pilmer's stream. God, why do I do these things?
Because you love it, Piggy.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I escaped the cops last week when I kidnapped the Easter Bunny and hog-tied him and threw him in the closet, and I lost the key, and they handcuffed me, but I ran away.
Oh, it's Music Chatter. Oh, my God. All right, I got to give you a wrench. Hold on.
All right, everybody. I'll see you later, everybody. Kissy. See you on Pilmer's stream. Bye-bye.
Okay, my dear.
Thank you, Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get Brian I got to give you a wrench.
Somehow, James, I see a
Unit.
tattoo in your future.
You do you?
Yes.
All right, now you got a wrench, Brian. Oh my God, it's been years. How have you been? Dang, it's been forever. Put the link out, Brian. Come up and join us on screen. He's got quite a music collection too. You'll like him. Come up, Brian. Join us. We got room for lots of people because I can get 10 up here now because I got the basic. I upgraded.
Is there enough room in the green room, though, James?
Oh, yeah, there's enough room in here. Don't worry. We got enough space.
Green room, though? Is there enough food?
Yep, we got food. We got chips. We got dip. We got everything.
You got candy?
Yep. We even have a Japanese anime film room for AGK if he wants to watch some, catch up on some of his episodes.
James even has special brownies in his green room.
Oh, yes.
I'm not
Okay.
Because I know Paulina wants to get high at some point tonight.
Special brownies.
Yeah,
So it really is the green room then, if there's special brownies.
There you
Hell
go.
to the yeah.
As long as there's like a lot of Pepsi, I'm there.
All right, there's Pepsi. I might spike it with a little weed in there.
No.
Gotta have Pepsi.
You're gonna have to.
You know, it is the Pepsi generation, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pepsi all the way. Oh my
Yeah, I
God!
remember
Brian,
Stern would always talk about how
This is my vice. Pepsi is my vice.
Remember how Stern would talk about in his green room how he always made sure he had plenty of booze in there.
That's why
'cause
we're
he said
kindred
he would give them
spirits,
the best
people.
interviews from the stars when they came in having a couple drinks, and when he thought the interviews were much better when he did it that way. I think he still does it actually.
Wow.
Yeah, when I was younger, we would have separate green rooms. So I would be in a green room with no booze and nothing, because that's the way I like to be backstage, and I don't do any of that. So we're gonna need separate green rooms, James.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to have your privacy?
Well, I don't want any substances, no booze, and can we have vegan food in mine too?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
You want a couple of honeys in there too?
No.
You want
James,
some
I
food?
want green M&Ms only.
Okay, green M&Ms. That'll do. As long as someone gets me Captain Janeway in my green room.
Captain Janeway from Voyager, or how she is now?
Voyager.
Okay, just
We're gonna have to go back in time.
I don't know. Janeway didn't do it to me either way. So
I just found her so beautiful.
Me, I was more like T'Pol. Now there were
Oh yeah.
from Enterprise. There was a.
You know, a lot of people put down.
There
that
was a
show.
Vulcan I'd like to.
Enterprise was a great show.
With. Huh?
I thought Enterprise was a great show. Everybody.
I loved Enterprise. I absolutely loved Enterprise.
Yeah, I just didn't like the way it. I didn't like that Next Generation tie-in towards the end, but yeah. But Deep Space Nine was that way for me too. I loved the series, but then like the end with the war was like it just didn't. I remember it was funny because I was so excited about the finale of Deep Space Nine. It's coming out, but I was scheduled to have surgery that day, so I had the surgery and I had to lay on the couch and on the pain pills or whatever. My wife even went and got my friend who's a Trekkie and brought him over to the house so that he could sit and watch it with me so I could have somebody to watch the last episode with. And I was just like, I stayed off my pain meds for this. It was just, I didn't like it.
For what? Deep Space Nine? Yeah, it's funny because Deep Space Nine was the only Star Trek series I never really got into. I watched them all. But if I were to like rank the Star Trek series, like Next Generation was fantastic. The original series, fantastic. Then I would probably put Enterprise third. Then maybe Voyager fourth and Deep Space Nine fifth. But now you got to add in Picard and Discovery now too. So yeah, and I really like Picard.
I liked Captain Sisko a lot. He always did a great job.
Like Deep Space Nine, the first few seasons, I was losing interest. But when they started the whole Cardassian War thing and they started to make the episodes tie together, then it actually hooked me. But for the first couple of seasons, it was just like all these little adventures on a space station. Nobody was going anywhere. It just got, and I got just so tired of the Ferengi bar and all that. It just, they needed to go somewhere. Sitting at that space station just got boring. So finally they did the war thing and Sisko shaved his head and
well, Brian, you want to talk baseball? This guy right here, JJ, my wingman here, he loves baseball.
I do. I'm a big Brewer fan. Although I do have Braves stuff because we like to be nostalgic and wear our Milwaukee Braves stuff from time to time. And I have a Braves Hank Aaron jersey from back in the day. But yeah, I'm a big Brewer fan.
Ooh, looks like Paulina's got something. I'm
a
Let's see what she got. Fan. Oh,
Angels?
Nice.
I live in Toronto, so I have to be a Blue Jays fan. It's just you have to be.
It's a given.
Should be an interesting night for you all for basketball.
Yeah, let's see if the Raptors can pull one out of their ass.
Well, we're hoping here for the opposite. And all of us are, yet a lot of us here think it's not going to happen. And
the Raptors were down 3-0, and now they're bounced back. So.
We were convinced it was about to be a sweep, and it was on the news constantly. And then all of a sudden, we went into our usual start losing every game.
So it's we the North. We're the North.
There's a couple of things I keep right by my. I make myself big here.
Hold on, Sean. I just got to run downstairs and get a ball cap.
Here's a ticket stub from the 1958 World Series. The Braves.
Not that crazy picture in the middle, huh?
That's it. That was their old symbol from back in the.
That's crazy. That's just crazy.
And then
good thing they dropped that.
This is for Paulina. This is my ticket stub to Game 5 of the Brewers versus the California Angels in Game 5 of the ACLS, where we beat the California Angels. So we swept them in the last 3 games of the series, and we went on to the World Series to play the St. Louis Cardinals.
Pretty soon.
It was amazing how my dad, when he passed away, all the stuff that he saved, it was amazing.
Yeah, and in great condition.
Yeah, it was like in a book. My dad was actually a Orioles fan, being from York. He was big into the Orioles, and I have a baseball signed by Brooks Robinson that he got for me.
I have a Yankees baseball because my grandmother grew up in the Bronx.
Well, that's the slowest 4 minutes I've seen go by. Remember, I told you it was going to be about 33 minutes. How many minutes ago?
Yeah.
Computer time is never real.
It's now 29 minutes. It hasn't moved too far in the last 10 or 15 minutes.
Probably going to be around an hour and 10 minutes then, I guess.
I'll just forget it. I'll just forget about it and come back later.
That's the best way to handle any type of update like that. It's just
OS
walk away.
At least Apple's good for that. You could just for Apple, you can walk away and forget. It'll do its thing.
Okay, now I got my ball cap.
There we go. Oh,
Got that so big here.
I put that on, didn't you? Oh yeah. Thanks, James.
I actually don't have a single sporting cap.
Thank you,
cap.
James.
Other than a NASCAR, I have NASCAR caps. That's the only caps I have.
You have a 76ers ball cap?
All my ball caps are music bands.
So,
Other than a few. I think I got some Star Wars ones, some Marvel ones, but no sports teams. Just NASCAR is the only sporting event that I have caps from.
the
And
building.
on the side, this is DeMar DeRozan's thing that was put on for me. Because he was my favorite player at the time when he was still on the team.
There's signs everywhere in town, James, like big billboards, like electronic signs for the 76ers. And the building next to me has a 4-story flag. It's all blue for the 76ers. So there's going to be a lot of people upset tonight if they don't win this out. It's possible.
Well, we have our Jurassic Park, which was very quiet.
No matter what happens
for the
tonight,
first 3
Sean,
games.
you're still my friend always.
Jurassic Park is this big area outside of the arena, right outside on the street of the arena. That's all fenced off. A humongous thing with jumbotron, so anybody in the street can just come up and watch. I think it's Jurassic Park, what they call Jurassic Park, and
we call it the Deer District in Milwaukee.
Well, because of Raptors, it's Jurassic Park. So
Fear the deer.
Yeah. So James, if it goes to Game 7, I guess it'll be back here in Philly, and that'll be quite interesting.
Yeah, I remember Sean, my cousin from PA, Mark. He used to always, when I was growing up, he always used to sit there going Moses Malone, because that was his favorite player. And whenever my uncle wanted yard work done, he would tell me, go grab a bunch of. He had this really acres of land, and it was a lot of work, and get a bunch of guys, and then my uncle would take them to the Sixers games.
I always loved when they did the introduction of all the players for the Raptors, and they go, Kyle Lowry.
We got to get you a new job, James. We got to get you an announcer job, commercials, all kinds of voices.
I know, right? See, at one point I'd be shy to be funny like this and do all this kind of stuff, but now I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah, I remember like a year ago or more that you ran a stream once and I came up and helped you out. Remember that in an afternoon?
Yeah.
You did a stream and I helped you out because you were really, really scared to do a stream.
And
remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Now look.
You remember that? You and I?
Now James is a big boy and he can walk.
He can walk. I can walk now. He can walk and talk and bake brownies.
And I'm getting the most amazing panels, and I think Paulina's kind of semi-famous.
Well, you see, this time works. I get home from work. I got home
and now look at me. I got Paulina on my show.
Your afternoon stream is just too many. Everybody's working on your afternoon stream.
Yeah,
so the only people you get are people
I think I'm going to make this a regular thing, going at 6. But I might do an odd 3:00 show on a weekend or something. But I don't know yet.
Yeah, that works.
I remember when we were very shy. Yes, I was, Brian, but now look at me.
I don't normally go on Twitch.
I've been doing the streaming thing since March 10th. I do my own daily vlog and everything.
Wow. Yeah, I don't go on Twitch until 7 or 8. And
Brian, don't forget to sub me up so you can always get the notifications when I go live and stuff. And because I'd love to have you up on screen so we can catch up and everything. I had Mason in here yesterday. But I don't really talk to Adam anymore. We had a falling out, I guess you know. But I'm not going to go into that. That's a long time ago. But you're welcome to be here anytime you want. I'd love to have you up on screen because this guy, Brian, has a really good collection of music. And you like Anthony's stuff that he has. He's got a lot of good stuff.
Too much.
Oh, you knew about that. Okay.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Oh, yeah.
I need to purge.
Well, you can VCLT Brian some, or if he wants to buy some of your stuff.
I got to have an auction or something.
Yeah. Do like Mazzy or
because I got a lot of stuff I'm going to get rid of. It's going to be like past record store day things, a lot of rare stuff.
Maybe the wax can help you.
Not just common stuff. It's going to be more rare stuff.
Please don't use that auction music, please.
God no.
The countdown. Oh God, that got annoying after a while. That music, the countdown music. I was like, oh boy, okay, now.
If you use it, can we just make it like 10 seconds, not 30? It's like, why has it got to be 30?
I mean, I'm figuring out how to do it. I might just do a video for my channel and put prices. I'm rather doing an auction, just put prices and show all the records, give prices, and then say first come, first serve, and people can DM me on Instagram. First come, first serve, and I'll just put it. Show the records, show the prices, and then first come, first serve on Insta.
Yeah,
done.
Well, Brian, I got
none of this countdown, and I don't think I'll auction. I don't know. I think I'll
since I've been back in the vinyl community, everybody's been VCLTing me a lot of records, so I've got about 119 records.
Yeah, and, I got a box here for you, James.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to that.
By the front door, I'm waiting to see if I can fit something else in it. But you got to go, James. You got to get ready for your next.
Yeah, Brian's always looking for the Dead.
Oh, I love the Dead.
Yeah, Alice Cooper sings that. I love the Dead. Sorry, wrong Dead.
I actually trade cassette tapes late 80s and 90s. And
all right, see you later, Brian. Nice to see you again, man.
Nice meeting you, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm going to go make dinner. You got to get ready for your next show. Maybe drink some water to save your voice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna head on to Twitch at 7.
So James and JJ, thanks for having me.
Yeah, our pleasure.
Paulina, we got to hook up somehow.
Take care.
I'm actually gonna start next week on Friday doing night streams. Before.
Why are you waiting so long?
Tomorrow I have Stagecoach tomorrow.
What's Stagecoach?
It's like the country for Coachella. It's like the Coachella.
I have no idea.
Well, it's like a country kind of thing that happens. It's sort of like the weekend after Coachella happens here, and so.
Oh, and it's all country artists or something.
Yeah, so like we have
I see.
Brandy Carlisle is headlining one day, and then Carrie Underwood is like Saturday, and then some dude I don't even know on Sunday.
I don't think I could handle a whole weekend of country. Oh my God,
I know.
I'd pull my 6-shooter out and put one bullet in it and play. Play Russian roulette.
All I know is like I mean Friday, just tomorrow, then not Saturday, Sunday. But I did tell them like if you need me on Saturday, Sunday, I'll come because the money is good. So yeah.
Hey, gotta go where the money is. That's number one. Can always wear earplugs.
Yeah.
Can always wear earplugs.
As long as they don't do that fucking song from Stars Born, then I'm good. Because that's what happened the last time. I did Stagecoach in 2019, and everybody thought it was a good idea to do that Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga song, Shallow. And so every 30 minutes, and there's like about like 3.5 stages, and every stage was doing that song every 30 minutes. And I'm like,
why, did the artists
really please?
These artists not have original material or what?
That's the thing about country artists. They don't have an original idea to save their asses. That's why I love Coachella. These Coachella artists are more original than Stagecoach artists.
And Paulina just offended a whole lot of country fans.
One of Garth Brooks' biggest songs was done by Billy Joel, which is Shameless. Everybody thinks that's Shameless by Garth Brooks. They're like, no, that was done by Billy Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend
Sorry
got to
for
sing
anybody out there in the
you
country
know that
world
album.
that
My
I may
friend
have
got to.
offended.
What?
Yeah, I can't do country either. There's like a couple country artists I don't mind. Like I like Shania Twain, just because she's Canadian and she's not real country.
I did see Shania Twain. She performed with Harry Styles, and she did "Man, I Feel Like a Woman" and "You're Still the One" with them. So I was so
Shania's
happy to
great,
see
but
her.
I generally don't like country at all.
Pauline is making you
Or
cry,
folk.
Calvin. Why?
Country or folk, I just can't do.
I
think
like
what you just
some
said
country.
about
I
country.
like Shania Twain, and I do like Leanne Rimes, but that's as far as I'll go.
Oh, I love Leanne Rimes.
I think it comes back to I remember when I was a teenager, and when I was like 14 or so, and one of my friends was into country, and every time I went to his house, he would put on John Denver's greatest hits, and I think that was where I first begun to hate country.
I never really considered that to be country because I always thought country was more like the stuff you saw in Hee Haw.
Yeah, I know that stuff like Hee Haw.
Yeah,
twangy guitars, shotguns, pickup trucks, and dogs.
I know.
My daddy murdered his sister. Didn't affect me a bit.
I really cannot see someone like Brandy Carlisle being country. I feel like she's more blues or indie or folk. I don't see her as country. And the funny thing is, like, one of the headliners on Sunday is Smokey Robinson, and I'm like, Smokey Robinson does country? Okay.
Wow.
That was like one time I went to a metal fest where Megadeth played, and John Waite's band opened for them, and all these people were there. When I See You Smile, they were singing, and I was like, this just doesn't fit. But
there's nothing worse than when they do these concerts and they have the wrong opening band for the genre of the headliner. I've been to concerts like that, and it's not a good thing for the opening band.
All right, guys, we're going to shut this down because Pilmer should be on soon. We're cutting this close. So because
I'm going to head off to
I don't want to go overtime here. If it was any other night, we'd still be going on. We could still chat longer, but I have to get over to Pilmer's to do my Miss Piggy thing. So I want to thank my panel, Paulina McCartney. The force is strong with this one, HEK. My able-bodied JJ Wingman. And my beautiful peanut gallery. Thanks for all being here tonight. And
where's my lightsaber?
We'll see you all tomorrow. And as I say on my channel, Beatles forever. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Rock and roll.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.